Welcome, Cardinal fans. We are back here in the South Haven North Gym getting ready for a wonderful night of basketball. Good to have you all back with us. Getting a little bit of a late start tonight as we're only going to have 2 quarters of JV action for the girls and 2 quarters of JV action for the boys. So we'll be bringing that to you. We're going to get started here directly. Looks like for the Cardinals taking the court are going to be Callison, Nicholson, Clausen, Wartick, and Strickland. And I will get you that Caldwell starting lineup as soon as they enter. It looks like we have Eaton, Strakansky, 32, Stanfield, Strakansky again, and Lowry. And we have a shot from Lowry out of the gate, and she pops it for 2 with 5:45 left in the first quarter of 2. Callison coming down for the Cardinals, passes over to Strickland. Strickland dribbling right-handed, over, passes to Nicholson. Nicholson over to Callison, just quite couldn't handle it, and the ball bounces out of bounds. And we are going to head back the other way with the Blue Jays. Cardinals, full court pressure. Strickland goes for the steal, gets it, goes up for the layup, and scores 2 quick points. Blue Jays get the ball into Eaton. Eaton's trapped by Strickland and Callison, having trouble. She gets the pass off to Stanfield. Clausen comes up, blocks the pass. Ball goes to 32. Stanfield over to 53. Lowry dribbling in high off the backboard, and ball is going to be going back the other direction. Coach for Caldwell calling a timeout early on in this first quarter, trying to get his girls all on the same page. Coach Coley definitely going to take the opportunity to do the same, telling her girls to go straight up, it appears, making sure that we aren't going to get called for any fouls tonight. Have to get my mind going in the right direction and doing what it needs to be doing as we get this game going. It's kind of nice to have these JV games as warm-up games to our varsity. I need it just as much as everybody else. Looks like the Cardinals are sticking with the same lineup, same as Caldwell, and we're going to be heading Cardinals direction. Nicholson to throw into Callison. Looks like the Blue Jays are back in zone defense. Callison dribbling up to the 3-point line, passes over to Strickland. Strickland dribbling out, passes over to Nicholson. Quick pass over to Clausen. Clausen pops, hits off the rim, bounces down for a Blue Jay rebound. She tries to pass it, intercepted by Strickland. Strickland passes over to Nicholson, back to Callison. Callison drives back out, takes it back out, resets, pops it from about 17 feet off the front of the rim. Rebound number 53, Lowry, and looks like we have a foul on Nicholson. Didn't quite get that foul call, whether it was a push or what, but it was on Nicholson. Pass in to Eaton. Strickland takes the ball away from her and goes in for another layup. A little bit hard, bounces off. 32, Stanfield with the rebound, throws it back to Eaton. Eaton challenged by the Cardinal girls. The pass gets over to Lowry. Cardinal girls playing a strong defense tonight. Ball out to Eaton. Eaton over to Stanfield. Stanfield throws it down low to Strakansky. That's Bryany. Ball goes out of bounds, and it looks like it will stay with the Blue Jays. Pass into Eaton. Eaton shoots, misses. Had 2 Caldwell girls and 1 Cardinal tying it up. And it looks like we are headed back the other direction. Cardinals ball. Nicholson to throw into Callison with 3:52 left in this first of 2 quarters. Callison passes over to Strickland. Strickland driving. Goes down to the ground, but passes over to Wartick. Wartick into Clausen. Clausen with the shot. Bounces off the rim. Ball bounces around. Clausen gets her own rebound. Backs it out. Passes over to Nicholson. Nicholson to Callison. Callison dribbling at the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Strickland. Strickland Contemplating driving in, passes to Clausen. Clausen pops it for a 10-footer. Scores another 2 for the Cardinals. That puts Cardinals up 4-2 with 3:15 left in the first of 2 quarters. Lowry bringing the ball down, gets the pass across the timeline to Stanfield. Knocked out of bounds by Callison. Looks like Sophia Straczynski goes in. 41 for the Blue Jays. Bryony Straczynski passing it in. Ball gets to Lowry. Lowry shoots, misses. Nicholson with the rebound. Pass out to Callison. Running the court with Clausen. Pass to Clausen. Clausen goes up. Shoots a nice little 1-footer right into the bucket for a 6-2 Cardinal lead. Pass on the inbounds is stolen by Strickland. Strickland goes up from about 8 feet out. Bounces off. Fighting hard for the ball as the Blue Jays tried to take it up the court. Ball's going back the other way as the Cardinal defense pushes Eaton to dribble out of bounds. Looks like Scheimer's coming in. She's coming in for Callison. Nicholson to throw the ball in. We have 2:36 left in this quarter. Nicholson into Wardick. Wardick turns around and shoots. Just a little bit short. Ball bounces out of bounds before Clausen can try to make the recovery. Pass goes into Lowry. Lowry for the Blue Jays, dribbling down quickly, not wasting time. Passes on to number 41, Straczynski. Passes over to another Straczynski. Looks like we have a foul on Strickland. Going to take that ball out of bounds across the way. 41, Bryony Straczynski. Throws it into Eaton, but stripped by Strickland, and Strickland takes it down, misses her layup. Rebound by Nicholson, passes out to Clausen. Clausen goes for the deep tray, didn't hit it. Ball comes down and is recovered by Stanfield. Stanfield passes to Eaton. Eaton dribbling up quickly, slows it up, lets everybody catch up. Nicholson takes advantage of the situation and ties her up for a jump ball, but the ball is going to stick with the Blue Jays. Bryony Straczynski throwing it in. Gets the pass into Lowry. Lowry turns and shoots. Bounces off the rim. Goes down to Sophia Straczynski. She goes to throw it back up. Half blocked. Wardick recovers it. Clausen dribbling the lane. Stops. Passes to Scheimer. Scheimer with the shot. Just a little bit short. Clausen saves it from going out of bounds, but recovered by Stanfield. Bryony Straczynski. All right. Let's see here. It looks like Gracie Geiger going in for Avery Strickland. Nicholson to throw the ball in. Nicholson slaps the ball, gets the girls going, passes straight into Gracie. Gracie shoots it, misses, comes off the rim. Recovery by Clausen. Gonna have a foul on Lowry of a push. Nicholson to throw the ball in. Nicholson looking, gets the pass into Clausen. Clausen shoots, bounces off the front of the rim and down into the hands of a Blue Jay. Ball goes to Eaton. Eaton trying to dribble up. Number 41, Bryony Straczynski going up, gets it down to the other end, and gonna have a foul on Nicholson on the Cardinals with a push. Jessica Broyles joining the game at 1 minute 11 seconds left in this first of 2 quarters of JV girl action. It looks like coach is gonna pull Nicholson and let her sit, get a rest. Caldwell Straczynski is gonna be passing it in. Eaton breaks left, goes quick, pass goes to her. Geiger knocks it out of bounds, and we'll try it again. Straczynski's going to throw it in just a little bit closer to us on the baseline. Girls are moving. She's looking. She gets the pass in, goes for Lowry. Not quite to Lowry, but she goes and gets it. Lowry goes up with a shot, a little bit hard, comes back off. Clausen with the rebound. Clausen driving down. A little aggressive with her dribble, but recovers. Taken by Straczynski. called for the over and back as Gracie Geiger goes for the steal, gets the steal, but couldn't quite recover before she went across the timeline. That's a tough play. You can't be upset with her over that hustle there. Straczynski to throw it in. Goes in the backcourt to Lowry. Lowry dribbles 3 times. Jessica Broyles goes up, knocks it out of her hands. Recovers her own loose ball, goes over to Eaton. Eaton back to Lowry. Lowry dribbling up at the 3-point line. Shoots from about 17 feet. Little too strong and ends up bouncing out of bounds. I see Olivia Irie got into the game without me noticing it. I'm not sure who she went in for. Good to have Olivia joining us in this game. Looks like Scheimer's going to throw it in to Geiger now with 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Geiger dribbling up slow. Blue Jays still playing in a zone defense. Geiger passes over to Irie. Irie looks to pass. Told to shoot. She pops it and hits a 16-pointer. Olivia Irie for 2. Pass into Lowry. Lowry over to Eaton. Eaton dribbling back to Lowry. Lowry shoots a 3-pointer as the end of the quarter comes. And it looks like Straczynski pops a 2, and that is good for 2 for the Blue Jays. So at the end of the first quarter of JV girls action, we have a score of 8-4, Cardinals leading. That's going to lead us into our first break today, folks. Good for you all to join us, and we definitely miss having you here. Have a decent crowd. Have some Caldwell fans down here to our left, some South Haven fans across the way. And this quarter sponsored by South Haven Service, specializing in light truck and car repair. You can find them at 106 South Main in South Haven. If you need to reach them by phone, see when you can get in to get your car fixed, you can call them at 620-892-5226. Once again, 620-892-5226. I see Coach Weber down here running the scorebook and Mrs. Byers running the clock tonight for us. Big shout out to Mr. Johnson for helping out with the technology as always. I think my counterpart Carlos Campa will be joining us later. Ref's calling for the girls to come back out and we'll get this second quarter going. It looks like Coach is going with Callison, Browning, Strickland, Nicholson, and Broyles. Okay, looks like on the Caldwell side, we have 44, Lily Straczynski coming in. Number 10, Risley. Trying to stand, no, another Straczynski. And we will get to the other girls as they come about. Coach went with a little bit taller lineup, might be playing a little bit of a varsity bench. 33, looks like. Rohrbaugh, goes up for the shot. It's the blue ball on the baseline. Straczynski will throw it in. Pass into 33, Rohrbaugh. Pass over to Lowry. Lowry shoots from deep, misses, but bounces right into the hands of a Blue Jay. I believe that was Risley. Cardinals recover. Callison dribbling down. Slows it up. Everybody sets up. Strickland with the bounce pass from Callison. Strickland dribbles in. Pass over to Nicholson. A little bit strong. Goes out of bounds. We'll be headed back the other direction for the Blue Jays ball. Looks like number 10 will be throwing that in. Risley. Going to throw in to possibly Rohrbach or Lowry. Gets it in over the timeline to Lowry. Ooh, letting a little bit of walk go there. But we do have a jump ball. 5:10 left in the second and final quarter of this game. With the Cardinals up 8-4. Nicholson passes into Callison. Callison dribbling down. Callison dribbling. Taking her time. Nobody coming out to really cover her. Tries to get the pass through a couple of Blue Jays to Nicholson. Gets blocked. Number 10. Risley takes it all the way down. Misses the layup. Ends up out of bounds. And it looks like the ball is going back the other way. Nicholson to throw it into Callison. 4:50 left in the second quarter. Callison dribbling down. Looking. Ooh. they were watching, there might have been a baseball pass there available. Strickland with the ball in the corner, works her elbows, gets some space, takes a shot, misses just barely, in and out. Girls fighting over the ball, and it looks like it is going the other direction with the Blue Jays. Number 10, Risley, to throw it in to Rohrball. Rohrball back to Risley. Lowry was not ready for that pass. Ends up, Straczynski saves it, has 3 Cardinal girls around her. Pass over to Sophia. No, that is not Sophia. That is Lily Straczynski. She goes up. Looks like we are going to have the Blue Jays throwing it in from out of bounds. Clausen coming back into the game. Bryony throwing it in to number 33, Rohrball. Rohrball over to Lowry. Lowry tries to heave it over a Cardinal. With no success, it comes down into the hands of Browning. Browning to Broyles. Broyles over to Callison. Callison had Clausen, thought about it, but restricted herself from throwing it. Breaks right, Callison does, backs up. Has Browning in the corner. Browning takes a dribble, pass over to Clausen. Clausen's a shooting machine tonight. Didn't quite make that one. Going to go back the other direction with the Blue Jays. Looks like Risley to throw it in. We have number 31, Sophia Straczynski, coming back into the game. 3:53 left in this second and final corner of the JV girls game. Lowry dribbling down. 3 Cardinal girls all over. Risley recovers the ball for Lowry. Ref's going to call that out of bounds on the other side as there was heavy pressure from the Cardinal girls. Looks like Wartick's checking back in the game for the Cardinals, and she will be coming in for Browning. Callison to throw into Strickland. Callison passes it to Strickland. Strickland dribbles up left-handed, then to the right. Wartick says, hey, I'll take it. Strickland goes for a pass to Clausen. Clausen was breaking. Ball intercepted by the Blue Jays. Risley goes up with the shot. Fouled by, I believe, Callison. We will see. Yes, foul on Callison. Hit the arm on her way up, and it'll be a 2-shot foul. Looks like Scheimer's going to come back into the game. And this is going to be Risley shooting. We'll see how Risley does at her free throw shots this evening. Refs are trying to get the players in the correct position for this free throw. Part of the JV game is teaching the girls as much as it is watching them play. It's always a joy either way. Risley with her first shot. Bounces in and out. Off the back rim, off the front iron, and bounces out to the ref. Looks like possibly Geiger just came back in for Broyles, I do believe. Actually, that was Scheimer that came in for Broyles. Strickland with the rebound. Strickland dribbling all the way down, goes up for the layup, misses it. However, Blue Jay, number 10, Risley called for the push, and Strickland will be going to the line to shoot 2. Okay, getting the girls all lined up again. Strickland with her first shot coming. Gives a few quick dribbles. Shoots that signature jumper from the free throw line off to the left. We'll see if she can't hit her second one. Strickland shoots her second off the back iron. Long rebound out to Scheimer. Scheimer tries to pass out. Risley steals the pass. Risley dribbles down, tries to pass over to Rohrball. Rohrball does not get it. It's knocked out of bounds by a Cardinal, and the Blue Jays will take it at the inbounds line. Straczynski passes in to Risley. Risley looking for Rohrball. Rohrball goes up. That might have been partially blocked. Clausen comes down with the rebound. Passes over to Strickland. Strickland over to Scheimer. Scheimer looks 17 feet off just a little bit. Ball goes right into the hands of a Straczynski. Straczynski starts to dribble up. Looks like Callison went for the quick steal, knocks it out of bounds, and Straczynski will be throwing that in as a couple of Blue Jays check in. It looks like Eaton and Stanfield are coming back into the game. And Looks like Straczynski's gonna throw it in. Strickland's ready to guard Eaton, who's right in front of the ball. Having trouble getting the ball in, having trouble. She needs to hurry. About ready to be called. Yep, called for a 5-second call on the inbounds. The ball will be going the other direction to the Cardinal girls. Caldwell coach calls a 30-second timeout, and that's going to give us an opportunity to tell you about the Stock Exchange Bank in Caldwell and Ark City. For all of your banking needs, visit the Ark City location at 401 North Summit in Ark City, Kansas. If you need to get a hold of them via phone, their phone number is 620-442-2400. Looks like we have 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here. Refs are calling for the girls to come back out. And we'll see how this JV girls game finishes up. Scheimer to throw the ball in. Gets the ball into Geiger. Geiger dribbles out at the top all the way around to the right. Gets the ball over to Wardick. Wardick fights off Lowry for the ball. Passes over to Scheimer. Scheimer couldn't quite handle the pass. Goes to Stanfield. Stanfield passes to Lowry. Lowry dribbling down the court. She takes the ball up. Passes over to 32 Stanfield again. Stanfield looking for a pass. Goes over to Eaton. Eaton dribbles. Guarded by Wardick. Pass over to Stanfield. Stanfield looking for Lowry. Instead turns around, goes back to Straczynski, who goes up for the shot, misses. Gracie Geiger with the rebound, coming back the other direction. Tries the pass to Scheimer, ends up in Clausen's hands. Clausen goes up for the shot. Ref chose not to call a foul there. Number 32 for the Blue Jays passes it on to, it appears, Straczynski. Lowry with the ball. Lowry dribbles to the right, looking for help. Looks like Scheimer's going to be called for the push. And it looks like Straczynski will be throwing the ball in. Pass into Lowry. Lowry turns, passes to Stanfield. Stanfield over to Eaton. Has Wardick and Strickland on her. Strickland and Scheimer go back to Lowry where the ball was. Ball to Eaton. Ball over to Straczynski, who shoots, misses. Clausen takes the ball down, starts to go. Lowry gets a hand in. Ball bounces around. Clausen gets a rebound and goes up, shoots, misses. Rebound by Wardick. Wardick shoots, misses. Looks like Lowry ends up with the ball for the Blue Jays, and we're headed back the other way. She picks up her pass on the wrong end of the timeline for her. Finally gets it across to Eaton. Eaton dribbles up, passes to Straczynski. All ball. Ref calls on Clausen, knocks it out of bounds, and it'll be the Blue Jays ball as we continue with 1:06 left in the second quarter of this two-quarter game. Irie checking in for Wardick. Wardick coming back out. Browning going in, and it looks like she's going in for Clausen. And we have number 32, Stanfield, throwing the ball in for the Blue Jays. Stanfield looking, trying, gets it over to Lowry. Lowry from three-point land, bounces off. Eaton trying for the rebound, couldn't quite get there in time, and the ball is going back the other way for the Cardinals. Scheimer looks like it's going to be the one who throws it in with Gracie Geiger bringing the ball down. We'll see what this last minute of JV girls has in store for us. Geiger dribbling up, looking intent, passes over to Strickland. Strickland dribbles, coming around to the right. Finds Scheimer. Scheimer shoots just a bit off to the left, but a nice pass to Browning. Falls into her hand and right back up, and she scores 2 for the Cardinals. Trying to get the ball into Lowry, and ends up Lowry fouls Strickland when the ball gets in Strickland's hand. So the ball will stick with the Cardinals where they have a 10-4 lead with 37 seconds left. Scheimer looking to pass it in. Passes to Geiger. Geiger off the glass and scores 2. That's good for Cardinals, up 12-4. 30 seconds left. Lowry driving down the far baseline or far sideline. Lowry thought about taking a three-pointer, gets in trouble, throws the ball over some heads, and ends up going to a Cardinal and then back to a Blue Jay. Eaton ends up with it. Eaton Passes to Straczynski. Straczynski throws the ball towards the basket. Scheimer gets it from Browning and heading back the other way. 6, 5, 4. Passes over to Browning. Browning having trouble with the pass. Lowry with the ball, and that's the end of our two-quarter ball game with a score of Cardinals 12 and the Caldwell Blue Jays 4. Good game to start off our quad of games here tonight, and we look forward to having you here. We'll talk to you again here in just a minute. Welcome back, Cardinal fans. We are getting ready to start this JV boys game. Okay, we got the clock going already on it, but we'll get started here directly. Got the clock reset. I'll give you a lineup here shortly. Number 4 for the Blue Jays, Kennard. Looks like number 1, Noyes. 43 is going to be Stevenson. And I will give you more of an update here in just a second. We'll get going with the game. Blosser coming in, bringing it down. Has Pond on him, passes over to Noyes. Noyes, Pond shifts to him. Goes back thinking Blosser was there, but was not there. Blosser ends up taking a shot from about 17 feet, 16 feet, and a little bit short. Ball ends up with White. Cole Van Zant to throw the ball into Maddox Pond. We'll get going back the other direction, let you know some of these Cardinals. It looks like Overfelt, Kuchar, Spencer, Pond, and Van Zant got the game going. Pond to bring the ball down. Dribbling, looking. Looks like Caldwell Blue Jay boys going with a man-to-man out of the gate. Or is that a... Yep, man-to-man defense. Number 4 takes the steal. Kennard dribbles down, left-handed layup, goes up, scores 2 for the Blue Jays. Van Zant into Pond. Pond coming down, slowing it down. See what happens this time around. Pond looking right, sees Spencer. Spencer comes over, sets the screen. Thought Pond could get away, didn't happen. Passes to Spencer. Spencer drives left-handed towards the left over to Pond. Pond passes hard to Van Zant. Van Zant around his man, goes in for the layup and scores the deuce for the Cardinals. Looks like 2-2. We are headed back the other way with Blosser bringing the ball down, letting everybody get set up. Kennard, Noyes. Let me get those other names for you. It looks like possibly 43 Stevenson. Passes the ball over to number 2, Turek. And number 0 with the ball, Noyes. Noyes over to Kennard. Kennard back to Blosser. Blosser passes in to 43 again, Stevenson. Back to Kennard. Kennard thought he was going up till Overfelt put his hand up in the way. Pass out to Blosser. Blosser drives right. Gets almost into the paint before he tries to shoot it up. Didn't go, but number 2, Scrappy for rebound. Turek. Pass goes out of bounds. And Kennard to throw the ball in for the Blue Jays. Trying to get it into Blosser. Throws it hard. Pass Turek out to Blosser. Blosser dribbles. Kuchar on him. Passes over to 0. Noyes. Noyes back out to Blosser. Blosser over to Kennard. Kennard over to Turek. Ball moves around. Who's it going to end up with? It looks like 43 Stevenson to Kennard. Cardinal boys being aggressive on defense, doing a good job. Blue Jays passing it all over the place, keeping the ball moving. Ball is in the hands of Blosser right now. Van Zant gets the steal, passes it over to Pond. Pond dribbling up. Cardinal boys getting up. Ball goes deep into Overfelt. Overfelt goes for the layup, misses. Gets his own rebound, passes out to Kuchar. Kuchar shoots, misses. Overfelt gets the rebound, passes over to Van Zant. Van Zant goes up, misses. Looks like number 2, Turek, comes down with it. Passes over to Blosser, and Blosser's going to bring it up. Looks like Dalton Kelly looking to check into the game. Blosser over to Noyes. Noyes over to Turek. Turek bounces it, passes it back to Noyes. Noyes dribbling. Pond steals it. Pond in open court, driving down, and lays it in for 2, and that gives the Cardinals their first lead of the evening, 4-2. Kennard throws it into Blosser. Blosser dribbling down. Looks like the Cardinal boys are in a zone defense this evening with 2:42 left in the first of 2 quarters. Pass over to Noyes. Noyes back to Blosser. Blosser into Kennard. Kennard trying to sneak the pass over to Turek. Ends up walking with it, and the ball will go back to the Cardinals. Going the other way, Spencer to throw the ball into Pond. Getting set. We're going now. Pond dribbling the ball down. Have Trillo down deep now. Have Dalton Kelly, Cole Van Zant, Spencer, and Pond playing for the Cardinals. Pond goes right to Dalton Kelly. DK looking. Tries to throw it into Van Zant. 43. Stevenson with the tip, knocks the ball away, ends up in the hands of Turk. Turk passes over to Blosser. Blosser with the baseball pass, nobody watching except for zero noise for the Blue Jays. He recovered it, gets tied up by the Cardinals, and it looks like with a jump ball, it's going the other direction. Cole Van Zandt to throw the ball in for the Cardinals with 2:03 left in the first of 2 quarters. Pond dribbling down, all the boys back. Looks like Blue Jays sticking with their tough man-to-man. Pond being covered by Blosser, goes to Dalton Kelly. Van Zandt calling for the ball. Number 43 reaches in, gets it. Ball gets knocked around. Pond with the steal, going back the other way. Pond looking, wants to pass to Van Zandt. Looks like Blosser hits the ground hard. Shot by Van Zandt and Spencer, both missing. Pond dribbles, gets stolen. Blosser going the other way. Pond racing to catch up. Chooses not to foul. Wise decision as the ball misses. Pond comes down. Ball goes into Van Zandt. Van Zandt goes up for the layup, misses. He will learn as he goes. He's getting better every day. 1:12 left in the first to second quarter. Kennard going to be throwing the ball in to Blosser. Blosser shaking that left arm, thinking about it. What am I going to do now? Letting everybody get set up, working it slow. Passes over to Turek. Turek back to Blosser. Blosser to Kennard. Kennard over to Stevenson. Stevenson to Kennard. Spencer covering him. Back out to Blosser, top of the key. Back to Kennard. Kennard dribbles once to Stevenson, to Blosser. 42 seconds left in the quarter. Blosser breaks right, passes to Kennard, thought about a shot. Kelly got his hand up. Good defense by the Cardinals, knocked the ball away. Blosser recovers. Looks like Spencer got a hand on the ball, but Kennard recovers it out top. Pass over to Blosser. Blosser to Turek. Blosser dribbles in, goes from about 14 feet, misses. Ooh, had a little bit of body action there. I'm not sure. Looks like the foul is going to be on the big guy, Cole Van Zandt, with the push. The Blue Jays will take it out of bounds with 14 seconds left in the quarter. Number 2, Turek to throw the ball in. Passes into Blosser from the corner, shoots almost on the three-point line, misses right into Dalton Kelly's hands. Dalton tries to pass to Spencer, a little bit far. Blosser recovers. 5, 4. Number 0 with the shot, misses. Kelly with the rebound, and that's the end of our first of 2 quarters, with the score being 4-2 Cardinals. That'll give us an opportunity to visit the family hair parlor, which some of these guys around here might contemplate getting. Had one. Is that where you got your haircut, young man? That is a quality haircut. That's your aunt? His aunt owns it, so that's like the family special right there. That's a good-looking haircut, young man. Family Hair Parlor, where they provide a wide variety of services to make sure you have the full experience. They are located at 215 South Washington Avenue, Wellington, Kansas. If you need to give them a call to set an appointment, their phone number is 620-326-5522. Once again, 620-326-5522. We'll visit real quick the South Haven LP Gas Incorporated. They specialize in bulk fuel and propane. You can find them at 106 South Main in South Haven. You can give them a call at 620-892-5226. Once again, 620-892-5226. Just a couple of our wonderful sponsors that bring you this basketball game here tonight. South Haven in the North Gym. Getting ready to start our second and final quarter of the JV boys game. Looks like the Cardinals have out Overfelt, Trillo, Kelly, Collins, and Spencer. Ball goes in from Kennard to Blosser. He holds it for a second. Anticipates what may be happening. Drives up to the three-point line. Pauses. Passes over to number 10, Brown. Brown back to Blosser. Blosser over to number 5, Talley. Talley back to Blosser. Blosser to Kennard. Talley goes back up with it. Looks like there will be a foul on Antonio Trillo, and had a mask that just came off. Somebody forgot to take that off. One of the The issues of a basketball game is we have to wear our mask on the sidelines, but when we play, we can take them off. Tally with his first, shoots it just off the left back bank. Tally will try his second. He shoots, in and out. Ball smacked around by Stevenson, goes back to Tally. Tally to Blosser. Cardinals defense holding strong, goes in Stevenson. Stevenson goes up and scores 2 for the Blue Jays, making it a 4-4 game. Trillo to throw it into Spencer. Spencer bringing it down. Looks like Pond, Van Zant, Kuchar taking a rest for the Cardinals. Spencer goes right, bounces it off Kennard's foot. Kennard grabs it, goes back the other way, dribbling down. Have a walk, and it'll be going the other way. Just couldn't quite get his feet planted before he wanted to shoot that. He will learn that as he goes. Just gotten a little bit of a hustle. Have Collins to throw the ball in to Spencer. 5:11 left in the second of 2 quarters. 4-4 is your score. Spencer goes left, looks back to Collins. Collins dribbles, covered by Tally. Collins passes into Spencer. Spencer in the paint, gets it stolen by Blosser. Blosser driving hard down the other end. Dalton Kelly racing down to go for the block. Shot goes up, misses. Overfelt comes down with the rebound. Passes out to Spencer. Spencer driving down the left side. Now he goes right. Switches his dribble from the left to right hand. Now driving into the paint. From the elbow, goes up, misses. Ooh, thought Antonio Trillo might have had an opportunity to save it from going out of bounds, but the ref says no, and we're going back the other way. Kennard to Blosser. Blosser dribbling down. 4:33 left in the second quarter of 2 quarters, I should mention. Only playing 2 tonight. Blosser over to Tally. Tally back to Blosser. Blosser over to Brown. Brown back to Blosser. Back to Tally. Shoots. In and out. That corner again, that was what got us the other night. So we have to watch that 3-pointer from that 3 line over here nearest to us. Spencer coming down. Spencer looking for help. Collins coming to him. Tally steals it. Tally driving down. Tally thought about going up, waits on Spencer to go by, and throws it in for Blue Jays 2. Mr. Collins coming back to inbound the pass to Spencer. Cole be dribbling down. Has Dalton Kelly to his right, Collins to his left, Antonio Trillo and Overfelt in the 4 and 5 position. Spencer passes hard, but it's intercepted by Blosser. Blosser going back the other way. Blosser driving to the hole, passes to number 10, Brown. Brown back out to Kennard. Kennard a little bit short. Trillo comes down with the rebound and passes Spencer. We're going the other way. Spencer dribbling up. Have the boys coming down slow. Needs help. Pass over to Collins with the baseball pass right into Collins' hands quickly. No chance of a steal there. Collins dribbling around the top of the key. Looking for help. Tries to pass to Spencer. Kennard with the good hustle. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Cardinals will keep it with 2:55 left in this quarter. Coach Emily putting Pond back into the game. Going to have a different point guard now, I'm guessing. I'm going to guess he'll take that position, as he does. He'll send Spencer to the number 3 position. Pond goes right. Pond dribbles around. Goes up for the shot. Right back down into the hands of Antonio Trillo, who puts it back up for the score, putting the Cardinals at 6 and the Blue Jays at 6. It's a tight game going into the final 2.5 minutes of this quarter here at the end of the game. Tally pops it from 3 and right into the bucket. He makes it. Making the score 9-3 Blue Jays. Pond coming down. Plenty of time left. No reason to stress or hurry. Pond has Spencer to his left. Chooses to go right to Kelly. Kelly shoots from the corner. Misses right into Tony Trillo's hands again. That guy is just in the right place at the right time. He goes back up, he shoots, and he scores for 2. 2:04 left in the game, and we have Blosser bringing the ball down with the score at 9-8 Blue Jays. Blosser holding it, passes over to Brown. Brown to Kennard. Kennard back to Brown. Brown attempts to go to Blosser, gets blocked by Pond. Blosser grabs it, ends up going for the shot. Antonio Trillo comes down with the Rebound, passes it to Pond. We're going back the other way. Looks like Kuchar might be joining the game again. Pond dribbling up, goes right, dribbles through some Blue Jay defenders and does a nice layup. That puts the Cardinals up 10-9. 1 minute, 22 seconds left. This is going to be right down to the wire. Looks like Spencer might have taken an elbow to a rib. Gonna stick in there, play strong. Pass over to Talley. Talley back to Blosser. Blosser over to Brown. Brown looking, back to Blosser. Blosser needing a little bit of help, expecting some movement. Kennard has the ball in the corner. Pass tried to go back to Blosser. He does recover. Goes off the front rim. Ball falls into Kennard's hands. He thought about going up and instead he passes to Brown. Brown attempts to pass over to Talley. Intercepted by Spencer. Spencer breaks away with the left-handed dribble. Pauses. Passes the ball back out to Pond. Coach Emily directed him well there. Slow it down. You have the lead. No hurry. Play some more time. Pass over to Spencer. Spencer with the left-handed dribble. Goes off his foot. He saves it. Oh, just hit the out-of-bounds line, and we'll be going back the other way with 30 seconds. Time for some strong defense by your junior high JV boys. Kuchar going in for Dalton Kelly. Looks very somewhat similar, not exactly similar to our opening lineup. Still have Van Zant on the bench, resting, getting ready for his varsity time later. Have Blosser dribbling in. Blosser goes directly towards the hole. Overfelt stands tall and with the block. Kennard dribbling left-handed. Comes around. Trillo with the steal. Saban coming on down. Dribbling. Has Pond behind him. Pond dribbles back out. Slows it down. Looks like Blosser knows what part of the game it is. And Blosser gets the foul for the Blue Jays. And we will be taking the ball out of bounds. We are not at a 1-on-1 yet. Looks like Spencer will be throwing the ball in. Got to get this ball in, gentlemen. Pass tried to go to Kuchar. Talley steals it. Talley coming down. 3, 2, 1. He pops for 3. Oh, and he just misses. And the Cardinals steal one. Get out of here with a 10-9 game. And what a great game that was, folks. That puts the Cardinals' victory at 2, and the Blue Jays fighting hard tonight. That was a great game. Definitely enjoyed that. If that is any indication of what we have coming on, you will want to stick around with us. It looks like 36 of you are with us right now. Definitely a great ball game, and we will be back with you in just a few minutes. Welcome back, Cardinal fans. We are going to get going with this junior high varsity girls game here directly. We will be doing the opening lineups, and we will get you started with some good 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade varsity basketball here in the South Haven North Gym. Have had some great games so far, and now we are going to get started. Welcome, fans, to the South Haven North Gym for tonight's junior high varsity girls game. We welcome the fans from Caldwell. Blue Jay girls will begin with your lineup. A 7th grader standing at a height unknown, number 10, Ella Risley. And for your home team, Cardinals, a 7th grader standing at 5 foot 2 inches, number 5, Addison Heater. For the Blue Jays, a 7th grader, again standing at a height unknown, number 33, Emma Romo. And for your Cardinals, a 7th grader standing 5 foot 2 inches tall, number 10, Kelly Miller. And third in the lineup for the Blue Jays, an 8th grader standing at a height unknown, number 40, Peyton Stevenson. And third for your Cardinals, an 8th grader standing at 5 foot 3 inches, number 15, Faye Allen. Coming back to the Blue Jays, an 8th grader standing at a height unknown, number 42, Maddie Doyle. And for your Lady Cardinals, an 8th grader standing at 5 foot 5 inches, number 22, Aubrey Pond. And last but not least, for your Lady Blue Jays, an 8th grader standing at a height unknown, number 50, Piper Crumless. Rounding out the lineup for your Lady Cardinals, an 8th grader standing at 5 foot, number 24, Molly Caldwell. All right, junior high varsity girls game. Cardinal fans, I am looking forward to this one. I hope you are too. Looks like Coach Culley is sending out Caldwell, Thur, Haddon, Heater, and Pond. Called out that starting lineup for the Blue Jays. Looks like Risley, Robaugh, Stevenson, Doyle, and Crumbless. Get these names memorized. Just a little bit of a change-up. Looks like number 40, Stevenson, throwing it into number 10, Risley. Knocked out of bounds by Heater. Looks like the Blue Jays will throw it back in, and that looks like number 40, Stevenson, finds number 33, Robaugh. Robaugh tries to pass by Caldwell. Caldwell takes it from her, passes over to Haddon. Haddon passes it into Pond. Pond dribbling up, passes over to Heater. Heater back to Pond. Pond over to Thur with the shot. Just a little hard. Looks like Haddon with the rebound, passes to Heater. Heater misses. Ball goes into the hands of Robaugh. Robaugh passes it over to number 10, Risley. Intercepted by Heater. Heater goes in for the layup and scores the first two for the Cardinals. Number 40, Stevenson, throws it in to number 10, Risley. Full court press by the Cardinals. Trying to get the ball past the timeline. 33 dribbling up. Robaugh stops, passes it back to number 10, Risley. Risley's pass trying to get to Stevenson, gets knocked out of bounds. Looks like Lowry was coming back into the game. Saw quite a bit of her during the JV game. It looks like Risley will be coming out. Number 40, Stevenson throws it in. Gonna throw it in again. Looking for number 33, Robaugh. Thur playing a tight defense on her. Getting aggressive, knocks it away. Thur's taking it to the hole with a little layup and bounces out. Ooh, that was close. Gets her own rebound, tries to go back up. Looks like Lowry ends up with it. Got big defense going on down in the paint. Cardinal girls all over, finally called for the foul. Believe they are going to call a hold. I don't know who that was on exactly. Carlos, did you catch who that was on? Thinking it might have been Kelly Thur. Heater with the interception of the impound pass, puts it up, scores 2 for the home team. Thur with another steal of the impound pass, dribbling in, comes back out, passes to Caldwell. Caldwell to Heater. Heater turns around, pops it, misses. Lowry comes down with the rebound, picks up her dribble, and called for the walk. Looks like coach is going to put Risley back in, quickly going to pull Lowry back out. Caldwell's going to be thrown in from here near us, throws into Thur. Have the Blue Jays back in a zone defense, pushes to the corner to Pond. Pond with the deep shot, misses. Ball falls into Heater's hands, over to Caldwell. Caldwell into Haddon. Haddon back out to Heater. Heater pops, misses. And the ball comes down into the hands of Stevenson. Stevenson passes over to Risley. Risley on down the court. Ball ends up with number 33, Roball. Pond gets her hand up, blocks the shot. Pond dribbles in, lays it in for another 2 for the Cardinals, and we have a 6-0 out of the gate score for the Cardinals. Coach Culley continues with the full court press tonight. Ball ends up back in Addison Heater's hand with the interception. Called for the foul is, I believe, number 10, possibly Risley. Let's see. 33, Roball. Roball called for the foul. That'll be a shooting foul. Looks like Heater will be going to the line for 2 with 3:49 left in the first quarter of this game. Heater shoots, drains that one. Score 7-0 Cardinals. Cardinal girls are hot out of the gate tonight. Heater shoots a second, bounces out. Girls rush for the rebound. Thur almost had it. Ends up going out of bounds on her. Caldwell, Blue Jays will be going the other direction. Looks like Stevenson to throw it in to Risley. Risley bouncing it. Has Cardinals all over her. Ball ends up going out of bounds. Number 40, Stevenson to throw it in. Looking. Gets it to Risley. Risley across the timeline. Trying to drive past Caldwell. She says, I am not going to let you. Called for the block. Caldwell. That'll be her first, I believe. Looks like number 33, Roball, to throw it in. Slaps the ball, gets the girls moving. They're running. She's looking. She's contemplating. Has a long pass over to Stevenson. Stevenson back to Risley. Risley over to Stevenson. Back to Risley. Risley dribbles right, trying to go around Thur. Shoots, misses. Ball comes down, bounces around it. Thur ends up with it. Head back the other way. Has Heater out front. Heater goes in for the layup and scores another bucket for the Cardinals. That's a 9-0 run for the Cardinals. Cardinals continue with that full court press. Thur all over Risley, giving her all she wants. Ball goes to, looks like Roball. Roball passes. Ball gets intercepted by Haddon. Haddon goes back the other way, has Thur. Haddon takes it to the hole. Has a defender there. Ends up knocking the ball back before it goes out of bounds. Thur fighting for the ball back the other way. Passes to Caldwell. Caldwell looking for Heater. Heater driving in, goes up for the shot. Bounces out. Ball falls to Kelly Thur. Passes out to Pond. Pond pops for about a 10-footer, maybe 11-footer. And Cardinals are up by 11. Kelly Thur knocks the ball out and gives me an opportunity to catch my breath. That was fast action going on. It looks like Helsel's going to come in for Haddon. Number 40, Stevenson's going to inbound the ball. Stevenson looking, trying to get the ball to Risley. Thur all over her. Thur knocks the ball, but Risley comes down with it. Risley having trouble with her own dribble and knocks the ball out of bounds, and the Cardinal girls will be coming back down here to send the ball back the other way. Looks like the Cardinals on the floor are Nicholson, Helsel, Pond, Heater, and Thur. Nicholson to throw the ball in. Nicholson to Pond. Pond, quick shot, bounces it in. 13-0 Cardinal girls. Going to continue with the full court press. Thur. That ball goes to Stevenson. Stevenson looking for help. That was Roball. I am getting my names mixed up. I apologize. Thur with the ball now, going back the other direction, goes to the hole. Fouled by Roball, I do believe, yes. We have 2 minutes, 16 seconds left in this first quarter with a score of 13-0 Cardinals. Theuer puts up her first of 2 shots, bounces it off the back iron, bounces back out. We'll give her a second shot. Theuer dribbles. And she shoots. Drains that one. Gives the Cardinals a 14-point lead. Looks like Coach Coley's putting in Strickland, pulling Theuer out. Strickland had some good time in the JV game. We'll see what she could do here against the varsity girls. Looks like Risley takes the inbound pass from Stevenson. Risley passes over to Robaugh. Robaugh called for the travel, and we'll head back towards the Cardinals' way again. Nicholson hustles over to get the ball to throw in. Looks like number 32, Stanfield, will be checking in for Robaugh. Nicholson passes into Pond. Pond dribbling up. To her right has Heater and Helsel. Passes over to Heater. Heater back to Pond. Pond decides to go for the tray. Misses off to the right just slightly. Heater with the rebound. Passes into Helsel, who puts the ball up and scores 2 for the Cardinals. This is a 16-0 run for the Cardinals. Looks like Rissell passing, bringing the ball down. Passes to number 50, Crumbliss. Crumbliss passes over to number 42, Doyle, getting the ball down low here. Risley with the ball, takes a shot, misses. Doyle goes up into Crumbliss's hands. Ends up in Pond's hands. Pond dribbling down, had Hessel. Pond dribbles in, shoots, misses. Rebound bounces through 3 Blue Jay hands, finally ends up in the hands of Crumbliss. Crumbliss passes to Risley. Risley coming back the other way. Picked up her dribble right at the timeline, was over and didn't check where she was, and pivoted back to the backcourt. Ball's going to go the other way to the Cardinals. Nicholson passes into Pond. 1:19 left in this first quarter. Pond over to Heater. Heater takes the 16-footer, misses. Nicholson saves the ball from going out into Strickland's hands. Strickland dribbles out. Pond shifts left. Passes over to Pond. Pond in the halfway between the top of the key and over to the corner. Dribbles back out to the top. Reestablishing. Nicholson with the ball back to Pond. Pond over to Heater. Heater with the 10-footer. Drains it again. That's an 18-0 run for the Cardinals. Got Risley dealing with that full court press. Tries to get it across to Crumbliss. Crumbliss wasn't ready for it. Pond recovers it. Pond dribbling up. No look pass over to Nicholson. Nicholson shoots it in for 2, and that's 20-0 run for your Cardinal ladies. Ball into Risley. Risley coming down. Pass up to Crumbliss. Pond knows that's where that ball's going, and she's looking for it. Knocks it away. Goes out of bounds. Looks like going to have some girls checking in. We have Heater coming out. Callison going in for her. Looks like we have Risley, and I don't know who else checked in. 41, Straczynski checked in for the Blue Jays. Number 10, Risley with the shot. Hits it, and the Blue Jays are on the board. 20-2 Cardinals with 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Pond coming down, looks up at the clock. She knows how long she has. She's going to work it. She's going to take that last shot. She's looking, she's contemplating. She passes over to Callison. Callison looking, dribbles, takes one dribble, picks up her dribble, passes back to Pond. 8 seconds left. Pond dribbles right, goes around, passes into Helsel. Helsel up with a 2-point layup, and that brings the score to 22-2 at the end of the first quarter. Cardinal ladies are hot, hot, hot tonight. All right, let's get back to our list of sponsors. Give me a break, give the ladies a break. Looks like that last quarter is brought to you by Canocla Networks. Thank Canocla for your home and business needs. You can find them at 100 Canocla Avenue in Caldwell, Kansas. You can reach them at 1-800-526-6552. Once again, thank Canocla for your home and business needs. Also, the Bank of Commerce, strong, loyal, and innovative. You can find them here in South Haven at 112 North Main. Phone number is going to be 620-892-5291. Once again, 620-892-5291. Got a strong game going by the Lady Cardinals. This is great to see. Looking like a whole lot of good basketball coming out of the Cardinals for generations to come. Blue Jays over there trying to get their team fired up, get this game switched back the other direction for them. Helsel coming down as Nicholson gets ready to throw the ball in to begin the quarter. Ref passes the ball off to Nicholson. Nicholson into Pond, and we are going with our second quarter. Pond dribbles up, passes over to Callison. Callison bounce passes back to Pond. Pond into Nicholson. Nicholson over the head to Helsel. Helsel goes up for the shot, didn't get it. Strickland tried to recover. Helsel gets her own rebound, passes to Pond. Pond over to Callison. Callison dribbles right, backpedals a little bit, passes into Helsel again. Helsel tries to go up, called for the travel. Must have went up and came back down, just wasn't quite expecting what she had when she turned around with the defender in her face. Looks like Stevenson passes into Risley. Risley coming up again. Number 33, Robaugh, sticking back this time, helping her out, getting the ball up the court. Risley with the ball. Shot from about 17 feet, a little hard, ends up in Nicholson's hands. Pass over to Pond. Pond going back the other way with 5:22 left in the second quarter. Pond dribbles up, passes into Nicholson. Nicholson tries to get over the head of the defender into Helsel. Didn't quite make it. Looks like number 42, Doyle, comes down with the rebound. Ball's in the hands of Risley. Risley back to Robaugh. Ooh, wondering about the if that was a backcourt or not, but we won't call it if the ref doesn't call it. Nicholson fighting for the rebound, ends up in Risley's hands. Risley dribbling, and a foul going to be called on, looks like on Strickland, hitting the arm. Looks like Risley will be going to the line to shoot 2 for the Blue Jays. Cardinal girls lined up, ready to watch these 2 shots, hopefully recover a rebound on the second one. First shot by Risley, bounces off the back iron. Looks like Crumbliss coming in. She will replace, looks like Doyle. This will be the second and 2 for Risley. Couple of dribbles, shoots. Bounces in for Risley. Score 22-3. Cardinals. Looks like coach is going to be switching out 4 players here at the next stoppage of play. Pond dribbling down. Pond passes into Helsel. Nobody on her. She shoots. She makes it, and she will be going to the line for 1 extra. Looks like that foul was on 41, Strakansky. Looks like Thur, Heater, Haddon, and Caldwell coming into the game. Got to be happy with their play. Got to be happy with all the girls' play tonight. Cardinals are just doing a great job. Ref loses control of the ball, but he recovers quickly. Nice hustle, ref. Gets the ball back out to Helsel. Della shoots the shot, bounces off. Looks like Crumbliss comes down with the rebound, passes over to Risley. Risley back to Crumbliss. Crumbliss to Straczynski. Straczynski dribbles, passes over to Stevenson. Stevenson tempted the shot. Ball goes out of bounds. Looks like the Blue Jays will be throwing it in. Straczynski throwing the ball in. Not who I think the coach wanted. Had Crumbliss right there. Crumbliss goes up, gets blocked, and then she goes right back up, continued with that gritty little play, and shot the shot and hits it for 2 for the Blue Jays. 24-5 our Cardinals. Thur bringing the ball down. Looking around, passes over to Caldwell. Caldwell here on our side, passes into the paint for Haddon. Haddon called for the travel. She jumped up, came back down, and then got the pass to where she wanted it to go. Looks like going to have some pressure on the Blue Jay girls. Looks like Risley bringing it up through her, and Caldwell on her. Ball stolen by Haddon. Haddon has an easy layup, dribbles in off the front iron. Thur recovers the rebound. Goes to Caldwell. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stick with the Cardinals. Caldwell will be throwing the ball in. Gets the ball into Haddon in the corner. Haddon pops the shot, misses off the back iron into Crumbliss's hands. Crumbliss passes off to Risley. Risley covered by Thur. Thur being aggressive. Didn't push her out of bounds, but worked her out of bounds, and the ball will go back the other way. Looks like number 42, Doyle, coming back in for Crumbliss, and Heater will be throwing the ball into Thur. 3:49 left in this second quarter of play. Score 24-5 Cardinals. Thur dribbling up, looking, goes right to Heater. Heater goes inside to Haddon. Haddon tries to get in deep to Helsel. Didn't happen. It looks like Risley stole the ball. Risley passes over to Robaugh. Robaugh goes up for the shot, but the foul is on the floor. That will be no points on the shot, and the Blue Jays will continue with the ball. Foul is on white 30, and that looks like that is Adele Helsel. Looks like Stevenson to a Roball to throw in the pass. Tries to get it in to Doyle. Doyle over to Risley. Risley turns around, shoots, misses. Dell comes down with the rebound. Passes it over to Heater. Heater coming down. All whole bunch of players pass by her. She passes over to Caldwell. Caldwell's pass is mishandled. And it looks like Risley is going to be called for the foul on Thur. Don't think it was intentional there. It was just a good quick hustle play. Definitely let Thur walk that off for a second. She says she's okay. Heater bounce passes it in to Thur. Thur dribbling up. See some of our varsity boys walking in. Thur over to Rawwell. Trying to put names together. Caldwell there. I apologize. Pass goes to Haddon. Haddon pops the shot off the back iron. Ball ends up with Thur. Thur goes up, misses. Ball goes to Heater. Heater out to Caldwell. Caldwell shoots, misses, but goes right in the hands of Thur. Thur fighting to get 2 shots off. Neither one of them goes. Adele Helsel gets the rebound. We have a jump ball, and it looks like we are headed towards the Blue Jay end. The Caldwell coach is not happy with something that the ref is or is not calling, and the ref says, I assure you I will watch for it. Wanting a 3-second violation. That's what my cohort Carlos Campa, who's helping us out again tonight, says that he thinks it was. Pawn checking back into the game. Helsel, good minutes from her. Heater to throw the ball into Thur. 2:38 left in the second quarter. Thur coming up, dribbling, comes left to Caldwell. Caldwell gets the ball into Pawn. Nice little pass through. Couldn't quite hold on to it, but that was on the money. If she captures that goes up for 2, I firmly believe. Number 40, Stevenson throws it into 33. Roball knocked out of bounds by Heater with a good hustle play. Stevenson to throw the ball in, gets it into Risley. Risley gets past one Cardinal defender and right into another. Caldwell called for the block again. Has to get her feet set, or she's going to get called for that for quite a bit of the evening. We have number 40 coming to throw it in, Stevenson. Stevenson looking for Risley or Roball. Gets it into Stevenson. Thur all over, meets Caldwell. Ends up in Pawn's hands. Pawn going back the other way. Has Thur. She's dribbling still. Draws it back, passes into Haddon. Haddon goes in, puts it in for 2. 26-5 Cardinal girls. Looks like Risley bringing the ball down. Giving her all the defense she wants are the 3 Cardinal girls. Looks like Risley's going to be called for another blocking foul. Thur was just about around her, and Risley didn't move out of the way or get set. Looks like Lowry's coming into the game for the Blue Jays along with Crumless. Risley's going to come out along with Straczynski. Looks like Caldwell's going to throw the ball in. Going to go to try to get it into Heater. Lowry knocks it away. Right into Thur's hands. Thur misses. Comes down with her own rebound. We have a jump ball called on the ref on the other side. Sticking with the Cardinals. 1:55 left in this second quarter of this great game. Ball goes into Pawn. Pawn says, I'll shoot for 3, and it just bounces off the front of the rim. Haddon attempts to shoot. Bounces it hard back into the hands of Roball. Roball dribbling up. Picks up her dribble. Passes over to Lowry. Caldwell and Thur there to meet her. She looking for somebody to pass to. Looking and looking. Thur comes down with the ball. Rips it away from Roball. Passes to Heater. Heater passes over to Caldwell. Caldwell goes up for the shot and misses. Heater comes down with it, goes back up. Crumless has the ball. Cardinal girls continue to fight hard on the defensive end. It looks like Roball picks up her dribble. She's trying to pass it, passes it right to Heater. Heater called for the walk with 1:10 left in the second quarter. Cardinals up 26-5. We are headed back Blue Jays way. Looks like Stevenson is going to throw the ball in for the Blue Jays. Intercepted by Thur. Thur dribbling in, layup, and it falls. 28-5, Cardinal girls. Thur, strong defense again. Pass gets over the timeline, but Heater ends up with it. Back to Thur. Thur dribbling in, lays it in. Just another duplicate of the last time. Ball goes to Lowry. Lowry coming up our side. Thur all over. Also finds Caldwell. Almost out of backcourt, but nice recovery. Haddon steals the ball. Haddon's turn to go in for a layup. We'll see how she does. A little high off the glass, bounces out. Looks like number 40, Stevenson, comes down with it. Passes to Lowry. Caldwell with a push. That's going to be at least 3 on her. I think Nicholson's going to come in for Caldwell. Strong defense by your hometown girls tonight. Gotta love the way they're playing so gritty. That's the name of the game for them this year is their defense. That's giving them opportunity to score these easy buckets. Lowry with the ball, knocked away by Pond, knocked to Thur. Thur dribbling left hand, has a couple other Cardinal ladies. She goes up with the shot though, and it looks like Stevenson comes down with it. Risley with it. The outlet pass to Doyle didn't happen. Ends up in Pond's hands. Pond going the other way. Shoots. Thought she had a little bit fewer seconds. Nice steal though. She goes up and are they going to count it? They counted it at the end of the second quarter. That gives your Cardinal ladies a 32-5 going into half lead. And we will be back with you shortly. All right, welcome back, Cardinal fans. We have about 30 seconds. We'll get this second half of girls basketball going on. Have your junior high varsity girls leading the Blue Jays 32-5 out of the gate. And it looks like number 40, Stevenson's going to throw it in to Rissel. Rissel over to Robaugh. Robaugh dribbles up, finds Doyle. Doyle looking for Crumbless, but the ball's taken away from her by Pond. Pond going the other direction. Nice little bounce pass past the defender to Heater. Heater goes up, misses. Looks like Pond comes down with the rebound, and again. And Helsel comes down. Oh, Helsel fighting for it, but looks like Robaugh ends up with it. Passes over to Rissel. Rissel dribbles down and throws the ball out of bounds. And we'll be going back the other direction with the Cardinals having the ball. All right, Haddon's going to throw into Pond. And Pond dribbles down, has Heater, Helsel, Strickland, and Haddon with her. Pass over to Strickland. Strickland turns from the elbow and shoots and hits a nice little swish to put the score at 34-5. They were on the ball with putting those points up. Ball goes in to Stevenson, stolen by Pond. Pond dribbling down the other way. Ball almost got away from her. She puts up a layup, misses, gets her own recovery. And it looks like Stevenson came down with the rebound, passes off to Rissel. Rissel dribbles down, Heater all over her, giving her everything she wants. Robaugh to Doyle. Doyle looking, thought she was passing to a breaking Robaugh. Throws right into Heater's hands. Heater passes off to Pond. Pond coming back the other way. Crumless goes right by her, but Pond passes into Helsel. Helsel scores the easy two. 36-5, your Lady Cardinals. Rissel coming back the other way with the dribble. Coach Colley's shifted to a half-court press. Doyle with the ball, passes. Tries to get over to Stevenson. Goes off Stevenson's leg into the hands of Heater. Heater pushing it. It has 4 Blue Jays in front of her. Slows it up, passes back out to Pond. Pond pops from this side. Misses off the front iron. Ball goes out of bounds, going to the Blue Jays back the other way with 4:08 left in this third quarter. And it looks like Strakansky's going to check in for Doyle. Stevenson throws into Rissel. Rissel has Robaugh to her left to help her out. Doesn't need the help to get past the timeline now. Actually, just the girls weren't watching their feet and had a front and backcourt violation. As my partner in crime here, Carlos Campa, helps me out. We just heard his song, Bright Eyes. Turn around, Bright Eyes. That's what we refer to as Carlos in our class, as Bright Eyes. Shot it by Strickland, misses, bounces in and out. Helsel with the nice rebound, passes back out to Heater. Heater bounces it off the front rim. Helsel fighting with Strakansky down to the ground, and the ball sticks with the Cardinals going their direction. Looks like Heater's going to be throwing the ball in for the girls. Heater slaps the ball, gets the girls moving. Pass right into Pond. Pond pops it from a little 6-foot jumper with good for 2 for the Cardinal ladies. Risley going back the other way. Meeting her at the timeline is Heater. Passes over to Robaugh, back to Risley. Risley coming around to Stevenson. Heater covering Risley. Risley with the ball, passes into Strakansky. She pivots, dribbles, goes up, attempts to shoot. All ball by the Cardinal girls. And the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be sticking with the Blue Jays with 3:09 left in the third quarter. Ball gets to the ref. He hands the ball off to, we're waiting. We have check-ins coming. Nicholson and Thur coming in for your Cardinals. Heater will take a seat, and Strickland will take a seat. Crowd gives them a nice round of well-deserved applause. Stevenson with the ball. Looking to pass in. Gets the ball into Risley. Risley dribbles to the top of the key, covered by Thur. Risley shifts back, comes to Stevenson. Stevenson tries to pass to Doyle. Pond takes the ball away, has Thur. Passes to Thur. Thur puts it up, misses. Pond with the rebound, goes back out strong and puts it down for 2. That gives your Lady Cardinals 40 tonight, with the guest having 5. Risley coming down the court. Cardinal girls setting up their defense. Gets the ball across to Robaugh. Robaugh passes to Doyle. Doyle looking, thinking. Ball intercepted by Helsel as she tries to go cross court. Helsel takes it all the way to the hole, goes up, and is fouled by Risley. Helsel's going to be shooting 2. 30-second timeout by the Caldwell coach. That'll give us time to visit our wonderful sponsors. And our list has gotten down to the wonderful, tasty Lafayette Fiesta Authentic Mexican Restaurant at 2123 North Summit Road in Arkansas City, Kansas. Call in your order early, 620-741-0031. A burrito or a taco or a Sancho, all of those sound amazing right now. We'll also quickly visit Impact Bank of Caldwell and Wellington. The Wellington Bank is located at 206 East Harvey Avenue there in Wellington. You can reach them at 620-326-3361. As always, a big appreciation for our sponsors. Looking around tonight, I appreciate all these parents being here to support these young student athletes. We appreciate you being online watching. That makes it tough. We know we'd love to have you here, and we look forward to having you here. Helsel to shoot her first. And she shoots her first off the backboard and right through the bucket for 1. It gives the Cardinals 41 to the Blue Jay 5. Have 3 cheerleaders across the way cheering for Adele and the rest of the girls. Adele pops it up off the back bank, bounces around and goes through the hole for a second shot. Looks like Risley's going to bring the ball up. Thur meets her at the timeline. Passes to Stevenson. Couldn't handle the pass. Helsel gets the ball. Dribbling up. Watching her dribble has Nicholson. Nicholson dribbles in. And Nicholson puts up the layup for another 2 for the Cardinal ladies. 44-5. Risley coming up. Risley looking. Passes over to Robaugh. Robaugh tied up by Nicholson for the jump ball. And we will be going with the white. The home white will take it. Nicholson will throw it into Thur. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left in this third quarter. Thur dribbling up. Has Pond to her right, Nicholson to her right. Helsel in the paint. Ball gets over to Pond. Pond shoots from about 12 feet out and hits it for 2. 46-5. Cardinal ladies. Risley bringing the ball up once again. Finding Thur at the timeline. Attempted to pass this Robaugh. Robaugh's pass, she wasn't quite able to get it as Pond went for the interception, knocked it out of bounds. Caldwell comes in for Haddon. So you have Thur, Nicholson, Caldwell, Helsel, and Pond out on the floor. And Stevenson throwing the ball into Risley. Risley dribbling, backcourt. Got away with a little walk there. Gets the pass over to, I didn't catch who that was, but it's back to Risley now, over to Stevenson. Stevenson has the ball knocked away. Aggressive defense by your Lady Cardinals. Ball to Robaugh. Robaugh to Risley. Risley over to Stevenson. Stevenson down low to Doyle. Doyle goes for the shot. Has it semi-blocked. Looks like Robaugh with the ball. Passes over to Crumless. And I think they're going to call Pond for the hit on the arm to Crumless. And Crumless will go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:13 left in the third quarter. Crumless the shooter first. Misses, bounces in and bounces out, and she'll have a second opportunity to look at that again. She shoots, and it goes through. Gives your Caldwell Blue Jays 6 and the Lady Cardinals of South Haven 46. Thur bringing the ball up. Thur passes over to Pond. Pond shoots and hits for another 2. That'll be 48-6. Risley bouncing the ball up. Thur waiting on her at the timeline. Tries to pass over to Robaugh. Gets it there successfully. Ball goes back to Risley. Almost went backcourt. Ref says it bounced off of Thur though. Risley with the ball, dribbling in. Takes the shot. In and out. Pond comes down strong with the rebound. Looking ahead. Baseball pass to Caldwell. Caldwell has the opportunity to dribble it in for a layup. Misses, but Thur there with the rebound. It goes back up. Misses. Passes back out to Caldwell once she got her rebound. Misses. And the ball will go the other direction to the Caldwell Blue Jays. We have a sub. It looks like 53. Lowry coming into the game, and Crumless will be coming out. Lowry's going to throw into Risley. Risley continues to be your ball handler for the Blue Jays. She'll be met by Nicholson and Thur, both playing great defense tonight. All the girls are playing defense well. Row ball with the pass back to Risley. Thur steals the ball away. She's going to dribble in and lays it in for two. That gives your Lady Cardinals a half century. Thur with the defense. Risley over to Lowry. Lowry trying to get back to Risley, and there will be no shot at the end of the third quarter. With 1 quarter left to play, your hometown Cardinals leading the Blue Jays 50-6. That quarter of basketball brought to you by Strickland Road Service. Take exit 4 off the Kansas Turnpike to find them. They're out by the convenience store. They have 4 locations actually: South Haven, Wellington, Wichita, and Bremen, Oklahoma. And as we always say, if you need Strickland's, you're probably out on the highway anyway, so let me give you their number. You can reach them at 1-800-427-0385. 1-800-427-0385. Got to slow down my talking so you can get that number put into your phone. Don't wait to put that in. Make sure that you have it in case anything happens. This quarter also brought to you by Caldwell Bank, 24 North Caldwell here, over in Caldwell, 24 North Main, got a little ahead of myself, 24 North Main in Caldwell, Kansas. You can call Caldwell Bank at 620-845-6444. Once again, 620-845-6444. Looks like Coach Cully is going to send out Callison, Strickland, Scheimer, Heater, and Clausen for the beginning of this quarter, giving the other ladies a well-deserved break. Strickland covering Risley. Risley passes over to Lowry. Lowry tries to get it back to Risley. She goes for the shot. Callison comes up with the hand, and she went for the ball, but I think she got a little bit of arm there too, so that'll send Risley to the line to shoot 2 with 5:40 left in the quarter. Not sure on the ruling here, but it looks like we have a running clock. Risley misses off the front iron. Clock still running. Risley shoots, makes the second one, 50-7. Clausen will take the ball out, throw into Strickland. Strickland dribbling down, no defense there to meet her. Has Scheimer and Heater to her right, Callison and Clausen to her left, passes into Heater. Heater over to Scheimer. Scheimer shoots off. Heater recovers the rebound, passes to Strickland. Strickland out to Callison. Callison dribbles right, aggressively going. Passes back to Strickland. Strickland looking for Scheimer. Scheimer says, "I'll shoot it." She shoots off the front rim. Front to her, that is. Callison dribbling. Picks up her dribble, has to get the ball over to Scheimer. Scheimer back to Strickland. Strickland has Clausen to her left, but attempted to get to Callison again. Didn't happen. Blue Jays pick it off. And looks like they're going to call Callison for the push, or the block, excuse me. Lowry to throw it in. Goes over here to Roball. Roball has trouble handling it. Covers it before it goes over the timeline. Back to Risley. Risley into Stevenson. Stevenson, nice pass down to Doyle. She goes up for the layup, misses. Clausen comes down with the rebound. Clausen dribbling aggressively. Coming down, looking around. Backs it back out to Strickland. Didn't see Roball there. Roball takes it. Risley has the ball, dribbling in, misses. Ball comes down into Callison's hand, and we're going back the other way. We are in a run fest. I'm glad it's them and not me. Pass over to Strickland. Strickland goes up, bounces out, and it looks like Stevenson comes down with the ball. Strickland playing tough. Wow, that's a walk. She thought she had somebody and decided she didn't, and by that time she recognized it was too late. Playing her heart out tonight, Risley giving it 100% effort. You have Callison taking a break. You got Nicholson in there. Nicholson, Strickland, Heater, Scheimer, Clausen. Strickland has the ball, dribbling up, passes over to Heater. Heater into Scheimer. Scheimer from the elbow. Tried to go off the glass, didn't quite happen. Clausen fighting hard for a jump ball with Lowry, and that's going to turn the ball over to the Cardinals. Nicholson over to Heater. Heater shoots, misses. Lowry comes down with the rebound. Lowry dribbling up, passes over to Risley. Risley over to Roball. Roball dribbles, passes into Doyle. Doyle had trouble handling, but gets the pass off to Stevenson. Stevenson goes up, has a little bit of a height advantage, shooting her to her advantage. Heater comes down with it, fights, gets the ball to Nicholson, back to Heater, and now we're going the other way. Heater dribbling down, passes over to Strickland. Strickland shoots quickly, and it looks like Strickland will be shooting too. I don't know. Fouls on blue, 33. Coach for Caldwell wanting a timeout. Think the ref would have liked a little patience there from the coach, but he definitely wanted him to know what he wanted. And so we are in a timeout. Gives us an opportunity to once again go to that delicious, tasty, wonderful muffin top and bakery and confection found at 113 Main in South Haven. Give them a call at 620-892-2048. Once again, if you're like me, you want to try their cream puff. It is delicious. For lunch, I know they have some sandwiches. And always, 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 the coconut cream pie is a winner in my book. Have a couple of three cheerleaders for the Cardinals. Lainey Lukey, Maddie Miner, and Danica Browning over there cheering on our ladies, getting those Cardinal fans fired up. Nice to see a full crowd tonight of parents over there. We'd like to see this soon when we can have a fuller crowd, but for now we will continue to do what Keisha has ordered and follow that protocol so that we can keep our students in class. We got another 4 days here at South Haven, and then we all are going to take a much deserved break. Strickland's going to be shooting 2. And her signature jump shot from the free throw line, and she hits her first. 51-7 Cardinals. And a second. She shoots, and it goes through again. Strickland's obviously been practicing her free throws. Risley bringing the ball down, looking ahead, wants to get it. Had Crumless, but Nicholson gathers the ball before it gets to her. Nicholson slows it down, passes over to Strickland. Strickland dribbling left, tries to pass to Scheimer. Looks like Risley comes up with the steal. Risley dribbling down left-handed, but nothing but Cardinals. Passes back to Stevenson, and looks like a Cardinal 25, and that's going to be Clausen called for the foul. And that'll send Stevenson to the line to shoot 2. Looks like Caldwell's going to be checking back in the game. We got 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Got Caldwell coming in. Addison Heater coming out, played a heck of a strong game, fighting all the way. A little bit short on that. Ball's going to go back the other way. Nicholson to throw it in with 1:20 left in the fourth quarter. Nicholson into Strickland. Strickland dribbling up. 52-7. Hometown Cardinals with the lead. Strickland goes to Nicholson. Nicholson comes back. They switch positions. Pass over to Caldwell. Caldwell looking, shoots. Pass goes right. Well, the shot goes right into Clausen's hand. It looked like a pass though. Nicholson with the ball. Nicholson over to Scheimer. Scheimer goes up. And it looks like we have a foul on Risley. That might be pushing her 5th. Don't know yet. We'll have a check on that. I'm sure they'll let us know if that's the case. Nicholson to throw the ball in. Must not have been her 5th. Nicholson with 38 seconds left looking, gets it into Caldwell. Caldwell takes a dribble, passes back to Nicholson. She turns around, shoots, goes over to Scheimer, I believe. Scheimer on the ground, and she's going to get called for the travel as she attempts to get the ball out. Couldn't do it. Looks like the Blue Jays will be heading back the other way with Stevenson throwing it into Risley. This might be their last time down the court. We'll see. Scheimer gets aggressive and comes up for full court coverage. Cardinals with this last possession wanting to get aggressive. Clausen with a nice block on Crumless, and another block by Clausen, but it goes right into another Blue Jays hands, and it looks like Doyle goes up and scores 2, and that's the end of your ball game with your South Haven Cardinals with the victory over the Blue Jay ladies from Caldwell. Final score 52-9. Folks, we appreciate you having you here. Stick around with us for the junior high varsity boys game. We're going to take a quick break and be back with you soon. All right, folks, we have 2 minutes and a few seconds left before we get started with this junior high boys game, but the music's not playing, so thought I would jump back on, maybe read off a couple more sponsors. But first of all, before we get going, let me give a shout out to you all. Thank you so much for sticking with us tonight. It was a big victory by the Cardinal girls. I think this game's going to be interesting between the Cardinal boys and the Caldwell Blue Jay boys. We'll see how that goes, but we hope that everybody there at home is safe and continue to do whatever you need to do to keep our students in school. Remember, wear your mask, wash your hands, keep socially distanced. I know it's tough in this time. The holidays where we like to get together. My wife and I will be not going back home to Ottawa for Christmas this year. We've chosen to not subject my wife's parents who are up there in age to any possible germs. So we're going to be doing our part. We hope that you do your part so we can keep these students in school. It's been a special first semester. Very blessed to have them. We have one more game Thursday night. I hope you'll join us back here on the South Haven Technology YouTube channel. It looks like we have 1 minute till we get going with this game. I'm going to do introductions, and then we'll be back with you shortly to call this game. We'll do Caldwell first. All right, fans, we are going to get ready for this junior high varsity boys game. First tonight, we are going to introduce the Caldwell Blue Jay team. And we will start off with the 6th graders, standing at a height unknown. Number 1, Mac Blosser. Following Mac is going to be a 7th grader, standing at a height unknown. Number 2, Jagger Turek. And a 6th grader, standing at a height unknown. Number 4, King Kennard. And an 8th grader, standing at a height unknown. Number 12, Leighton Carruthers. And lastly, rounding out the team, an 8th grader, standing at a height unknown, number 51, Jackson. I'm going to mess it up. I'm so sorry.
Jackson
Batani. I apologize, Jackson. I'm so sorry. Back through your South Haven Cardinals. Let's see if I can do a better job now. A 6th grader, standing at 5 foot nothing, number 4, Max Ward. An 8th grader, standing at 5 foot 3 inches, number 5, Cody Ivory. An 8th grader, standing at 5 foot 7 inches, number 15, Alex Shore. And an 8th grader, standing at 5 foot 7 inches, number 32, Brady Russell. And lastly, an 8th grader, standing at 5 foot 7, number 55, Tanner Kelly. I should have practiced that last name more.
Yeah, Batanti.
Yep.
A lot of people messed up on
Yeah, I feel bad. We'll get it right in future games. Batanti.
in the championship.
Okay, that'll work. All right, we are back with you folks. Had a little bit of an error there on one name of the Caldwell players. Apologize to him and to his family. They're just as important. Just got tongue-tied on that one, and now I will know for the future as we tell the students, fell forward, and that's what I just did. So it looks like the Caldwell Blue Jays will be taking the ball out of bounds. That's Blosser. And Blosser's going to throw it in to Carruthers. And to my understanding, Carruthers was the quarterback for the Thunderbirds this fall. Carruthers dribbling quickly. Pond covering him. Irie passes back to Blosser. Ball goes to Batanti, and Batanti scores for 2 right out of the gate for the Caldwell Blue Jays. Shore coming down. Shore passes over to Irie. Irie passes it into Kelly. He handles it, gets it, passes back to Irie. Irie goes back and forth with the dribble, but couldn't handle his dribble, and it gets away from him, goes out of bounds. We're going back the other way. Blosser in to Carruthers. Carruthers dribbling down, looking, giving some instructions to his guys. Blosser to his left, has Pond and Irie. Thought maybe we might see a trap there. Looks like Russell and Pond attempted to. Ball ends up to Turek from Blosser. Turek trying to pass it back to Blosser. Blosser tries to pass it in to Batanti, and Tanner Kelly ends up with the ball, passes it over to Shore, and Shore's headed back the direction of the Cardinals with 5:03 left in the first quarter. Pass over to Pond. Pond tries to go, but Turek gets a foot around his ankle and trips him up. Looks like we are going to have one on Turek for a block. Pond's going to take it out. Pond goes to Kelly. Kelly to Shore. Shore finds Kelly deep. Gets into the paint, goes up, misses. Looks like Russell with the rebound. Russell goes right back up and drops two for your Cardinals. King Kennard passes in to Carruthers. Carruthers coming down, passes over to Blosser. Shore and Irie all over him. Pond snags the ball. Outlet pass to Irie. Irie goes up, lays it in for another Cardinals 2, and we are at 4-2 Cardinals over the Blue Jays. Carruthers bringing it down again. Looks like the coach is going with a zone defense. Carruthers passes to Batanti. Batanti drives right. Back to Carruthers. Carruthers drives right, goes baseline, back to Batanti. Batanti goes up, misses. Rebound, almost by Russell. Goes to Kennard. Russell comes down with it. Pass to Shore. Shore outlet pass to Irie, and Irie will take those all day long. That's 6 for the Cardinals, 2 for the Blue Jays. We're headed back the other direction as Carruthers dribbles down. He needs to watch. He may get called for turning that ball over in his palm. Goes over to Kennard. Kennard to Turek. Turek looking, goes back to Kennard. Kennard trying to get a shot off. Turek, just too much height around those boys. You have Blosser. Blosser shoots. Nice shot from the corner. Hits for 2. Shore bringing the ball up. Passed in by Brady Russell. Shore controlling the game for your Cardinals. Looking. Looking for a pass. Gets it over to Irie. Pond coming around, but Irie passes into Russell. Russell pops a little 10-footer and hits it for 2 for the Cardinals. 8-4. Your Cardinals doubling the lead of the Blue Jays at 4. Carruthers coming down. Met at the timeline by Pond and Irie. Carruthers, long pass over to Turek. Turek dribbles in, shoots from about 17 feet. Hits the rim, bounces up, off the glass and back through the netting and scores 2 for the Blue Jays. Shore racing up the right side. Outlet pass to Kelly. Kelly passes to Pond. Pond goes up and is going to be fouled. I'm thinking that's on Batanti, but we'll let the refs tell us if it's different. Blue 51, that's going to be Batanti with the foul, and that'll send Pond to the line to shoot 2. We'll see how Mr. Pond is shooting tonight. Dribbles it. Shoots it. Nice arch. Goes in. Almost went over the line before the ball went through the basket, but he saved himself. Some switch arounds, and now Pond's going to try his second. Pond shoots. Bounces out wide. Goes to Carruthers. Carruthers fakes the outlet pass. Driving down. Driving fast. Carruthers with the pass to Kennard. Kennard turns around, tries to pass it over to Blosser, and rolls the ball out of bounds. We'll have Irie throwing into Shore, and we'll head back the other direction with 2:26 left in the first quarter. Shore coming down. Looking, drives hard. Oh, that would have been a beautiful little drive, but instead the ball's going out of bounds. Shore saves it, but right to Batanti. Batanti passes over to Blosser. Blosser to the corner to Carruthers. Carruthers looking. Thinks about driving. Loses his footing, passes to Blosser. Blosser will shoot the tray from the corner. Hits off the rim into the hands of Brady Russell. And Brady Russell takes a few dribbles before passing off to Alex Shore. And we are headed back the Cardinal way. Cheerleaders making some noise over there for the boys tonight. Shore to Pond with the nice pass, and Pond just lays it in like it's what he does every day. Blosser to Carruthers, and we are going back the other way. Carruthers dribbling slowly, no rush. First quarter, 1:35 left. Ooh! Carruthers tries to do the baseball pass to Turek right into the hands of Russell. Russell drives, goes in, Oh, called for a double dribble, and Russell shakes his head. Yes, sir, he is right. I got called for it. Didn't get away from that one. It looks like Cole Van Zant checking into the game. He's going to be checking in for Tanner Kelly. We have Blosser going to be throwing it into Carruthers. 1:27 left in the first quarter. Carruthers coming down. Carruthers drives left, met by 2 Cardinals. Shore with the interception of the pass, goes in, lays it in, misses, but Irie with the rebound, goes back up, misses. Ball ends up in Russell's hands. Russell pops a 10-footer, and then it bounces through the net for 2 for your Cardinals. 13-6, Cardinals over the Blue Jays. Going back the other way, Blosser. Blosser dribbling up, dribbling, goes left, goes to Turek. Turek with about a 12-footer, misses, but Batante's there, passes out to Kennard. Kennard shoots a nice little jumper, hits for 2, 13-8 Cardinals. Shore coming back the other way. 40 seconds left in this first quarter. Good basketball game. Glad you're able to join us. Looks like 40 of you are watching along with us. Glad to have you. Pass goes over to Irie. Irie to Pawn. Pawn dribbling right. Goes in. Passes out to Van Zant. Van Zant shoots from deep. Misses. Ball goes to Russell. Russell goes back up hard. Shoots. Misses. Batante comes down with it. And it looks like Gibbs off to Carruthers, and we're headed back. 15 seconds left. Carruthers driving. Met by Pond and Russell. Ball goes through Irie's hands when he tries to pass it. Shore with a great hustle trying to save the ball as it's going out of bounds, but it's going to stay with the Blue Jays. Looks like Carruthers going to pass into Blosser. 6.2 seconds left. Carruthers passes into Blosser. Blosser dribbles. Deep pass to Turek. Turek waited too long, allowed the height of the Cardinals to get around him, and he just had no option there but to hang on to the ball. That takes us to the end of the first quarter with the Cardinals lead of 13-8. Let's go back and visit our list of sponsors. Looks like we're down to the Russell's Custom Harvesting, custom cutting your wheat, corn, and soybeans. You can find the Russells out at 1377 South Oliver here in South Haven. If you need to reach the Russells, give them a call at 620-968-7466. Folks, if you're like me, I say, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I'll do it later. This is the number you're going to want on your phone. Make sure that you aren't behind the 8 ball next harvest season, not able to find them. Take out your phone, put it in, as I tell my students, 620-968-7466. And that's Russell's Custom Harvesting. Get on their calendar before somebody else does. That'll take us down to RCB Bank. That's my bank. You can get to an RCB Bank in multiple locations, but we are highlighting the Wellington location at 1902 East 16th Street tonight. You can reach them at 620-326-5929. Wondering how many families out there are just sitting around watching this game on their big screen TV, smart TV. I discovered the YouTube app on my TV the other night and watched a little junior high ball from previous sessions. We're going to get going with this second quarter. Shore takes the ball in from Irie. Shore passes over to Pawn, but ball goes to Blosser. Carruthers going back the other way. All right. Carruthers passes in to Batante. Batante over Kennard. King looking, gets it over to Blosser. Blosser breaks right, tries to get the ball through a couple defenders. Back to Batante, didn't happen. Shore with the outlet pass to Irie yet again. And that's another 2 easy points for the Cardinals. Irie and Shore have got something working there tonight that's definitely a good thing. I have a feeling coaches are going to be watching for that. Looks like Carruthers with the ball, trapped by a couple of Cardinals over on the other side. He's not getting it, passes it right into Shore's hand. Shore driving, lays up a little hard. Irie goes up, misses it, but looks like Carruthers comes down with the rebound. Carruthers dribbling up, met by Irie and Pawn. Dribbles around him, passes to Batante. Batante shoots and scores 2 for the Blue Jays. Score being 15-10. Your hometown Cardinals in the lead with 4:50 left in the second quarter. Shore bringing the ball up. Shore dribbles left, passes to Irie. Got Van Zant kind of sort of breaking away from the basket. Passes back to Shore. Shore dribbling. Oh, nice look deep inside to Irie. Missed, but he got his own rebound, goes up, missed, got his own rebound, goes up. And I think Irie was fouled by 12. Oh, they're going to call that on the floor. So Irie will not be shooting. Looks like the foul was called on Carruthers. Kelly's going to be throwing the ball in, taking the place of Brady Russell, son of the Russell Custom Harvesting that we just mentioned. Kelly passes into Irie. Irie shoots a three, misses. Kelly gets a rebound, goes back up. And the boys are fighting and fighting and fighting for the ball, and King Kennard comes down with it, passes to Carruthers. Carruthers going the other way. Carruthers getting pressured by the Cardinals. Blosser saves it, but right into the hands of Irie with a nice behind-the-back dribble to save that. That is quality play, Mr. Irie. Ball goes to Shore. Shore dribbles in, shoots. And it looks like possibly Carruthers is going to be called. Yep, Carruthers called for a second foul on the arm. And that'll send Shore to the line with 4:03 left in the second quarter. 15-10, your hometown Cardinals. And we'll see how Mr. Shore's shooting free throws tonight. Alex with a good arch on the shot, just a little bit short. Hearing some cheers from the cheerleaders in the girls basketball. He shoots his second, a little hard, bounces off. Carruthers comes down. I have a feeling that's going to be on Kelly, possibly over the back on Carruthers. Carruthers hands the ball off to the ref, throws it into Blosser. Blosser working his way down. Carruthers contemplating, he wants it too. He's going to set a screen or attempt to for Blosser. Trying to do something to combat that impressive defense by the Cardinals. Turk trying to dribble around. Looks like Tanner Kelly called for a second. Coach Engel yelling out some instructions to the 7th grader Van Zant. And looks like we have a full timeout by the Caldwell coach. With 3:50 left in the second quarter, we have a score of 15-10. And looks like we've made our way through this list of wonderful sponsors. Hopefully, Carlos, if we can get him to move the camera out on the court so that you could see our cheerleaders cheering for the boys. Have them out there. Some wonderful tumbling this year from our middle schoolers, doing a great job. I think that's Izzy Scheimer working her way across the court. And if I'm not mistaken, more than likely we'll see another Cardinal tumbling soon. Still have a handful of Caldwell Blue Jay fans here and a handful of South Haven Cardinal fans. Definitely makes for a short night if you stay for the whole night. That goes for teachers as well. I will head home and have to calm myself down because I get so excited about these games before I get some rest. And come back here, and we will do some more education here in my classroom tomorrow and have a wonderful time doing it. Looks like Blosser's going to be throwing the ball in, has Carruthers, but Carruthers is pointing at Kennard. King Kennard passes over to Turek. Turek dribbles right, passes right into Shore's hands. Shore dribbling up and lays it in hard. Irie comes down with the follow, lays it in hard. Van Zant fighting. Lets two Caldwell boys fight over it. Blosser ends up with the ball coming back the other direction. Ooh, and he didn't get quite stopped. His foot drug on him, and that's going to cost them the ball, and we're going back the other way on a travel call. Shore bringing the ball across the timeline. Shore passes into Kelly. Kelly calling for it. Missed, goes back up, but I think he's fouled on Carruthers, and if that's going to be Carruthers' thirds. That's going to be tough on them. He's one of their main ball handlers, that is. Looks like Talley will be taking Carruthers' spot. Has to take off his warm-up and his mask and come over here and check in while Kelly shoots his first. Kelly hits his first, and Talley checks in as Carruthers takes a breather for probably, I'm going to guess, the rest of the half. Kelly for an opportunity to hit his second. Kelly shoots. Oh, and that was a beautiful free throw right through the net. Cardinal boys hustle back. Talley throws in to Blosser, and we are headed back the Blue Jay way. Blosser coming down. Irie meets him. Shore meets him. Passes around to Kennard. Kennard dribbles left-handed, taken away by Kelly. I think might have lost a little handle on that. Kelly passes over to Shore. Shore headed back the other direction. Had Van Zant, but drove himself. Van Zant gets the rebound and puts it back up and scores anyhow. 19-10, Cardinals. 2:53 left in the second quarter. Blosser headed back the other direction, leading his Blue Jays here in the second quarter. Oh, meets a whole lot of defense. Those Cardinals are playing strong defense. Irie going in, goes up. Have a foul on the floor, and I have a feeling, yeah, that's on Blosser. That's his, I don't know how many fouls that is on Blosser, but looks like number 43, Stevenson's coming in. My cohort Carlos tells me that that's probably Blosser's only first. Kelly calls for the boys to break, passes it into Russell. Russell dribbles in, dribbles it back, or dishes it off to Kelly. Kelly misses. Van Zant with the rebound. Kelly with the rebound from Van Zant. Shot and goes back up and hits it for two. 21-10, the home team. Blosser bringing the ball up. Met by Kelly and Irie. Baseball pass over to Turek. Turek couldn't handle it. Ball goes out of bounds, and we'll go back to the Irie end to Shore and dribble down path. And here comes Shore with 2:16 left in the second quarter. Shore speeds it up, and he drives the lane and goes up for the shot, and he is fouled by Batanti. So Mr. Shore will have an opportunity to shoot two. Mr. Pond's going in. I don't know who coach is going to put him in for. We'll see. Shore throws up his first, bounces off the back iron and away. Shore going in for Van Zant. So Van Zant will come out. Kelly will take his place in the lane, and Pond will stay in the backcourt. Shore to shoot his second. He shoots. He hits it. Puts the Cardinals up 22-10. Tally passes into Blosser. We're going back the other direction. Blosser met with Pond and Irie and Russell. Pass over to Batanti. Shore with the hustle. Saves the ball from being passed any further. Outlet pass to Irie, and guess what? Irie goes in for another layup. That pass from Shore to Irie is just doing wonderful things for the Cardinals tonight. Blosser going back the other direction. Met at the timeline. Pass over to Tally. Tally dribbles, trying to get around Russell. Russell moves and just doesn't let him have a free pass, and is going to get called for the foul. Tally throwing it in to Blosser. Ball taken by Irie. Irie dribbling in, goes up, going to get called for the travel though. Just too many steps there, and it's going back the other direction. Tally throwing the end to Blosser. Blosser bringing it down. Looking. Pass over to Turek. Ball goes off Russell's hands into Kelly's hands, and we are headed back the other direction. Shore receives the pass from Kelly. Kelly looks. Kelly going in. Don't know what the call was. Traveled. Had a ref's back to me, so I couldn't see. Looks like Blosser bringing the ball up again with 1:10 left in the second quarter. That trap defense by the Cardinals is just hurting the Caldwell Blue Jays tonight. Turek on the ground with the ball, passes it into Shore's hands on accident. Shore takes it to the hole for 26-10 Cardinals. Blue Jays push it back the other way. This time Blosser picks up the speed, drives around him, goes to the corner, looks to get the pass out to Tally. Tally dribbling back left, passes over to Turek. Turek trying to go into the hole. The Cardinals are just having a height advantage against some of these Blue Jays. Tally going for the deep shot, misses. Ball goes into Shore's hands with 28 seconds left in the half. Coach Engel calls for him to slow it down, possibly looking for that last shot of the half. Oh, Coach Engel gives some specifics. And pass into Pond. Pond goes up, misses, and Russell knocks the ball out of bounds. 12.3 seconds left in the half, and Blue Jays will be playing for that last shot. Blosser waiting to touch the ball. Starts the clock. Blosser trying anything he can do to get the passes down deep. Hit Batanti in the hands. Ball rolls over to Turek. Turek passes out to Tally. Tally to Blosser. Blosser dribbles in from the free throw line. Shoots. Misses at the buzzer. And we are going to the half with the Cardinals up 26-10 with a 10-minute halftime. And we will come back for the last half of basketball here at South Haven tonight. Missing you all. Look forward to seeing you soon. All right, Cardinal fans, we are back with you here. 1 minute left until we get started with this second half of junior high boys basketball game. Shout out to my dad. He told me that I used to talk too fast, and sometimes I just need to slow down, and that would be right now. No rush to get my words out, but I guess talking fast does have its time and place. As I tell the students, there's always a time and place for everything, and talking fast has it as well. But we could slow it down now. We have about 30 seconds before we get started with this second half. Your South Haven Cardinals leading tonight, 26 to visiting Caldwell Blue Jays 10. Looks like Coach Engel is going to start Shore, Russell, Tanner Kelly, Colby Irie, and I'm going to guess, Maddox Pond on the other side of the coach. Sounds like the White will be throwing in the ball. And we'll see. It looks like Russell's going to be throwing into Shore. It's a little bit of a changeup. Have Irie already down. Irie breaks back out. Shore tries to pass to Russell, breaking to the basket, gets blocked. Pond grabs it. Pond goes in, lays it in for two, and we pick up right where we ended off with the Cardinals scoring those easy layups. 28-10 Cardinals. Carruthers drives. He's been itching to get back in the game since Coach sat him with three. Passes over to Blosser. Blosser passes to Turk. Shore steps in, takes it, and goes the length of the court, lays it into the back bucket for two. That's 30 for your Cardinals. Carruthers going to try it again, see what we come up with this time. That defense by the Cardinals is definitely strong. Irie knocks the ball away, dribbles down, going to the hole, lays it in. That's 32-10. Carruthers getting frustrated, passes the ball into Blosser. Blosser coming down. See what Blosser can do with this defense now. Passes in low to Batanti. Batanti grabs the ball, but Russell ties him up with a jump ball, and it looks like it is going to stay with the Blue Jays. Have an 8th grade varsity girl trying to make her way up the bleachers with a little bit of noise. Batanti passing the ball in, slaps it together. King Kennard takes off. Shore steals the ball. Has Pond with the outlet pass. Nice pass. Pond goes in, lays it in for two. 34-10. Cardinals. Carruthers is going to try his hand to bringing the ball down now. Met by Irie and Pond. Pass goes into Batanti. Russell there to tie him up. Got another jump ball, and we are headed towards the Cardinals' end. Ball is going to be thrown in by Russell. Russell passes into Shore. Have our cheerleaders over the other side up on the stands cheering. Shore bringing the ball down. Irie sets a screen for Russell. Shore takes the ball, passes over to Irie. Irie looking down low for Kelly. Kelly goes up strong, misses, but Russell with the rebound with that nice haircut from the family hair parlor in Wellington. Carruthers headed back the other way. Russell hit that for two. Carruthers passes it in to Batanti. Batanti over to King Kennard. Kennard out to Turek. Turek back to Carruthers. Carruthers fakes the pass over to Kennard, but keeps it. Dribbles. Irie knocks it away. Gets into Turek's hands. Back to Carruthers. Carruthers over to Kennard. Kennard getting trapped by the Cardinals. Trap. Shore knocks it away. Throws it off. Kennard throws it off Pond, and that ball's going to stick with the Blue Jays. Smart play by Kennard there as he was trapped in the corner. Kennard passes it into Carruthers. Carruthers dribbles in, goes up strong, but the ball knocked away before he gets a shot off. Ball will stay with the Blue Jays with 3:49 left in the third quarter. Your Cardinals up 36-10. Still waiting on a Blue Jay to get over there to throw it in. King Kennard finally drifts that way. Kennard looking, says break. Ball goes to Blosser. Irie knocks the ball out. And Kennard will throw in yet again. Kennard looking for Carruthers, looking for anybody he can get it into. Gets it to Blosser in the corner. Pass goes to Turk. Turk tries to throw Kennard. Kennard wasn't ready, but he recovers nicely. Blosser has the ball, dribbling in. Big defense, pass to Batanti. Batanti goes up, knocked away by Russell. Russell passes over to Shore. And we are headed back to the east. Shore dribbling, looking down low for his big guys, but passes over to Irie. Irie over to Pond. Pond dribbles around Turek, passes into Russell. Russell passes down low to Kelly, but looks like Blosser's there to take it away, and we're headed back. Blosser driving, passes off to Carruthers. Carruthers taps it to himself, but off his foot, and we are going to have a Cardinal ball. Looks like Pond's going to go into Shore. Van Zant's going to join the game now. Van Zant's going to, looks like we have a timeout for the home team. Coach Engel wants to talk it out a little bit. Gives us a chance to quickly scroll through our sponsors. South Haven Service here in South Haven. Stock Exchange Bank in Caldwell and Arch City. Family Hair Parlor. South Haven LP Gas Incorporated. Canola Networks. Bank of Commerce. And La Fiesta Authentic Mexican Restaurant over there in Arkansas City. Second page tells us that Strickland's Road Service sponsors. Impact Bank of Caldwell and Wellington. Caldwell Bank. Muffin Top Bakery and Confection, Russell's Custom Harvesting, and RCB Bank. That's my bank. We're going to get back to some action here in the North Gym of South Haven. It looks like Colby Irie is going to throw the ball in. Have 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Irie will throw it into Shore. Guys yelling back and forth across the court. Shore to Kelly. Maybe there's a play here for Kelly. Shore dribbling down. Has Russell here close to him. Van Zant calling for it. Kelly gets it. Pops the 10-footer, 12-footer, misses. Kelly gets his own rebound. Back in the corner. And Carruthers comes in, playing a strong defense. Gets the jump ball. And looks like that's going to benefit the Blue Jays by heading it back their direction. Carruthers takes the inbounds pass with 2:38 left in the quarter. Carruthers driving hard. Passes back to Blosser. Blosser driving in, passes over to Turek, to Carruthers. Carruthers goes left, goes up for the shot, and he pushes his body into Tanner Kelly for the foul, and Carruthers will be going to the line to shoot two. Kelly was not set, so it was definitely a foul. Carruthers shooting the 1 of 2. Carruthers bounces off. It looks like Zeke Overfelt's coming in. Number 20 for the Cardinals, and he's going to replace Kelly. Let Tanner have a break. And Zeke is going down deep, hopefully to get a rebound here along with Cole Van Zant. Carruthers shooting his second. Carruthers hits the second, makes the score 36-11. Cardinals. Van Zant throws into Shore. Shore calmly brings the ball down. Met by Carruthers. Shore breaks left, passes over to Irie. Irie looking, passes back to Russell. Some bodies getting tangled up. Russell breaks right, covered by Carruthers. Russell dribbles behind his back, steps back, and pops a three-pointer. Misses, but the ball falls right into Cole Van Zant's hands, and Cole Van Zant for 2. 38-11, your Cardinals. Carruthers bringing the ball down the other way. Carruthers, nice dribbling. Dribbles around Irie, goes to the hole, misses. Ball goes in and out of Shore's hands, into Turek. Turek passes to Blosser. Blosser tries to get over to Carruthers, and Colby Irie says, I'll take that, and goes the length of the court to lay it in for 2. That's going to make it 40-11 Cardinals. Pass into Carruthers, back to Blosser. Blosser's going to try his hand at this defense. Coaches back the defense off a little bit more. No longer with the timeline. Zeke Overfelt coming out, though. Zeke will cover Blosser. Blosser dribbling high. Zeke giving him plenty of space. No reason to pressure it. Blosser looking for somebody to pass the ball to. Gets it over to Carruthers. Carruthers breaks right. Passes down. Nice pass down to King Kennard. Colby Irie steals the pass, though. Passes it to Shore. Had Van Zant possibly for an outlet pass, but it didn't happen. No problem. Shore with the pass over to Irie. Irie working his way around into Overfelt. Overfelt with a shot there, right hand. Van Zant saves the ball from going out of bounds nicely, but ball goes to Batanti. Batanti passes over to Carruthers, and Carruthers slows it down, lets his guys catch up. We're going to see what he does here. Carruthers dribbling. Irie on Carruthers. That's a good matchup. Carruthers goes around, goes into Shore. Going to call Shore for the foul. Not quite sure that Shore agrees. Says he caught him on the arm. Either way, Carruthers is going to be shooting 2. And Shore just smiles about it. 32.2 seconds left in this quarter, and we'll see how Mr. Carruthers is shooting this time. The first, off the back iron and bounces out. He'll have his second attempt with Overfelt and Van Zant down low, ready to go for the rebound. Carruthers shoots. Off to the right. Overfelt with the rebound. Passes it off to Russell. 28 seconds left. Russell brought it up. Finds Shore. Shore looking. Lets everybody reset. Calls out a play. Breaks right. Goes around Russell. Pops from about 17 feet out. Goes up high. Misses. Ball comes down for Russell. And Russell looks like 2 blue is called for the foul. And that's going to be Turek on Russell. Ball's going to go out at the baseline. Ball goes up, missed. Overfelt comes down, pass out to Shore. Shore shoots in a nice little floater. And we have 42-11, 4, 3, 2, 1. Carruthers doesn't see it. He shoots a 3-quarter shot and misses. We go to the fourth quarter with the South Haven Cardinals leading 42-11. We will be back with you in just one moment. And we are back with you, the wonderful life of technology here. Our IT guy, Chris Johnson, just sent me a text telling us, hey, your scoreboard's not in the proper area, so we got that straightened out for you. Hopefully you can still see it. Hopefully you've been getting the score well enough with the call here. I'd like to give a shout out to Carlos for helping yet again tonight. Carlos is an 8th grader here in South Haven, doing a wonderful job in his classes, and unfortunately, he's missing the basketball season, but we definitely appreciate him helping out up here. We're going to get back to some basketball action. Looks like White's ball, and Maddox Pond's going to throw it into Irie. That tells me that Alex Shore's taking a break in the fourth quarter. Coach says, hey, we're up enough. Take a break, get a breather, and Irie will be the point guard. He'll control his team now. Irie passes over to Russell. Russell looking. Pond calling for it. Russell tries to dribble through 2 Blue Jays, misses the ball and passes it over to Irie with the ball to Van Zant. Russell goes in, scores. Looks like Blosser bringing the ball up. Blosser dribbling. Blosser looking. Looks like he throws into Noyers. Coach has put in some of the JV players for the Blue Jays. Van Zant comes down with the rebound. Russell with the ball. Irie to bring it down with 5:08 left in the game. Irie coming down. Russell looking to pass. Still looking, gets a pass off to Overfelt. Overfelt back to Russell. Russell looking, gets it to Irie. Irie looking, turns it over to Pond. Pond dribbling in, goes to the hole, bounces the ball out, but Russell recovers with the rebound, shoots it back up, misses. Pond goes up strong and slapped by Blue Jay. Looks like Noyes is going to get called for the foul, and Pond will be shooting 2. Looks like Shore and Kelly are going to check back into the lineup with Pond shooting his first of 2. Pond shoots, hits his first with 4:16 left in the fourth quarter. Overfelt and Irie going to come out. Kelly and Shore going back in the game. Pond will shoot his second. Pond a little bit short on his free throw. That ball will turn over automatically to the Blue Jays. Pass into Blosser, and we're headed back the other way. Looks like Stevenson getting a little playing time on varsity for the Blue Jays. Blosser dribbles across the timeline, covered by Shore. Passes over to Stevenson. Stevenson over to number 34, Brown. Brown to Turek. Turek passes out to Blosser. Blosser dribbles right-handed, drives in, passes back out to Turek. Turek to Noise. Noise bounces it off Turek's foot, loses it, gets it back. Noise dribbling, trying to find a pass. Gets the pass over to Turek, but stolen by Russell. Russell driving down, has Pawn to his right, goes to the hole, goes up, and have a charge call on the Cardinals. Going back the other direction. Looks like ref must have thought that Brady had the charge there. Number 34 going to pass it in to number 1, Blosser. 34's Brown. Blosser coming down with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left in the game. Blosser continue to fight. Good grit in that young man. Working hard, passes to Turek. Called Turek's name a lot in this game. Brown trying to get the Cardinals off of him. Passes over to Stevenson. Gets the ball over to Noise. Noise just dribbling left-handed. Goes up for the shot. Misses. Pawn comes down with the rebound. Headed back the other direction. Pawn passes over to Shore. Shore takes it in for the layup and scores another 2, making it 47-11. Your hometown Cardinals with the lead. Turek's bringing it up this time. Turek trying to hustle, catching the Cardinals off guard. They notice he's there now, and now we are going to have a foul on 30 White. That's Cole Van Zant with the foul, and blue ball. Turek to throw it in. Irie's going to come in for Cole Van Zant. 1:52 left in the game. Russell shifts over to Stevenson. Irie covering Turek. And Stevenson gets the pass in, passes the ball to Blosser. Stevenson could have went straight up, had a little bit of room, but chose to make the pass. Went to Blosser. Blosser goes up, draws the foul, and he'll be shooting 2 with 1:30 left in the game. Blosser shooting his first. Shoots, hits it. Nice little free throw from Blosser. Gives the Blue Jays 12, and the South Haven Cardinals still sitting at 47. Blosser shoots his second. Bounces out. Shore with the rebound. Looked deep for a baseball pass to Pawn, but chose not to. Slowing it down. No hurry. Finish this game out here in the next 55 seconds. Pawn breaks to the basket. Ball over to Russell. Russell saw Colby Irie low. Gets it to him. Nice pass over to Pawn. Folks, the passing these boys are doing, wonderful job. Very unselfishness out of them. Russell goes back up with a shot. Kelly gets a rebound, goes right back up, scores 2. That brings the total to 49. 30 seconds left in the game with Blosser bringing the ball up. Blosser challenged by Shore. Blosser shoots from about 16 feet, misses. Ball falls right in the hands of Maddox Pawn. Blosser goes for the steal on the pass over to Pawn. Nice hustle by him. Shore coming on up. No quitting that kid. Shore doing well. Shore dribbling. We may just end the game right here. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night of basketball here in South Haven. We appreciate all of you joining us. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow night for the high school basketball games, and then we'll be back Thursday night for some more junior high action before we end the week with finals on Friday and then head into a nice Christmas break. You all be safe. You all be safe tonight. We appreciate you, South Haven. Big loves out to you. Big loves to everybody. Caldwell, be safe on your way home. Have a great evening.